That's exactly what happened. Do you remember when those two security guards kidnapped me and we went to the Shawn Mendes concert? Well, I don't remember what I said after that, but suffice it to say that when he played the golden chord, okay, hallelujah, the dragon came back, okay? Except it was this time, it was the other way around, okay? And it wanted to eat all of us. And it did eat all of us, and it was eating all of us. And I was like, no, no, not this again. You know when you get eaten and you have to answer questions from that shrimp? Shrimps mostly are in Wales, but I guess now it's it's a shrimp ghost that's following me around because why is the shrimp showing up in all these different? It's the same shrimp, and it's a shame shrimp. It's the shame shrimp. You've been bad, it says. Okay, shame shrimp. So it follows me around. Maybe it's like tied to me in some kind of the etheric manner. I don't know. I use that word a lot, etheric, and some may say, "Well, that's a crutch," and others may say, "I agree." Okay, and yeah, that may be the case, but that's the. I got my hands turning into a claw, so I just gotta relax all it out. So Shawn Mendes, he's like, "Oh, I wish I never met you," and that hurt me. It hurt me, but I also understood where it was coming from, because okay, you want to bring joy and happiness to people's lives. You don't want them to see you and then go, "Oh no." Okay, you don't want that. You don't want that, and I can understand. Like every time something happens where he's endangered by mythical beings, I'm there, and you know the Pavlovian response is to be like, when I see you, that means I don't want to see you. Okay, and I start salivating. Okay, so I understand where he's coming from. I think what it is I'm just, I was in a spot, I was going to say a weak spot where I was just grasping onto anything to believe in, and that was the first thing I saw. Kind of like imprinting, like a baby imprints on a parent, or a chickie imprints on a little ducky, a duck mommy. Okay, not a little ducky. Why would you imprint a. There's no. What's two chickies good? Well, actually, two chickies could do a lot. Two chickies, if they put their minds together, could do a lot of damage. Like in the best way possible. So the point is, uh, Shawn Mendes, I understand why he doesn't want me around, okay? Or when he sees me, he knows it's a portent of ill things to come. Is that a causal relationship or a correlative relationship? It's probably a causal relationship. Ate those two security guards. Trump is roadie through some cables, and we grabbed onto it together. And I said, "Grab onto my leg," Shawn Mendes, and he slipped. So I let go. And down the monster's gullet we went. I said, "Well, if I gotta go, I'm taking you with me." No, like if you gotta go, I'm going with you. That's what I meant. The other is so sinister. That's not the vibe. So, what happened was, okay, we caught each other, and there it was, the shrimp, and it said the riddle. One has four legs in the morning, okay, two in the afternoon, and three at night. And it was a human being, a human baby, a human man, and then a woman with a cane. It didn't matter. We went right into the stomach. What's a ghost shrimp going to do in a dragon's stomach? Not much, I guess. I was kind of hoping that the ghost shrimp would be a 3D representation of a greater five dimensional object that had the power to help us out, but I guess not. Maybe it was even a figment of my imagining. My imagining. So I made it a stomach before. The stomach acids are no joke. That's why I always carry baking soda bombs. I had the baking soda bombs. Okay? And I guess what it is like it carried us, it floated us up as it reacted into a foam. And we tried to get those security guards, but their skin melted off and they revealed their true nature to us. And we're like, well, maybe we don't have to rescue these guys. And as we sank, the foam started dissipating again, and we sank into the stomach acid. I apologize to Shawn Mendes. Is that the end? Is that the end of us? I want to think that Camila Cabello came through with a fighter jet. Or Sabrina Carpenter, who was like, "Oh, you want my help now?" I just thought of it. That's how what happened was that they got their vehicle. It was Sabrina Carpenter driving the vehicle. The vehicle with no locks on the back doors. I mean, no handles on the back doors of the interior. Camila Cabello. Also, they were both there. They drove the car right down the monster's gullet. Gullet, gullet, gullet. Right down the throat. Camila Cabello was going to open the doors, but she couldn't. So Sabrina Carpenter had to reach across the driver's seat and open the front passenger, and she couldn't reach. So then Camila Cabello climbed over the back seat, okay? And with a mighty reach, okay, she opened the door. Shawn Mendes grabbed the door and was about to pull himself in. He looked back and saw me. And this was his real chance, I guess, to get rid of me forever. Because I don't think I was going to make it out of this one. But he reached out his hand. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't reach it. And I sank slowly into the acid. They keep having to replace pieces of my skin with metal. Because I keep getting eaten by monsters. And I said, "Here's your silver and gold, fellas." They said, "We just want the gold." I was being metaphorical, I said. And me and my antagonists, the two security guards who weren't. The unearthly security guards who were not human even. Them and me. We're going to get dissolved. In the dragon's stomach. I don't blame him. It was his chance to get rid of me forever. I would just like to think that somewhere in his heart he... And then I felt a tug on my leg. It was the knife. The knife I was going to put into the flower pot was still in my sock, and someone had taken it out. He sliced open those two individuals, those two etheric beings, I guess. Their bodies opened up some kind of portal. Shawn Mendes held me as we fell into it together. Into the dark. It's just always handy to have a knife in your sock. Okay, the problem with serial types of stories is that they keep going on, and if you don't know the ending of a story, you don't know what the story's about. So therefore, you're telling a story that you never know what it's supposed to say, what it's trying to say. Because oftentimes, if the story goes long enough, it'll start contradicting its earlier points, and then it turns into a big mishmash, okay? It's not Lord of the Rings, man. Okay, Lord of the Rings was fairly internally consistent, okay? It was racist and didn't like machines, okay? But, there was some other stuff in there, like I don't choose to be born at this time, but this is the time that chose me. That can be useful in times of distress. Can be comforting to some people when things are getting bad. But then again, I'm not going to tell that about anyone else's experience because that's their experiences. I'm not going to tell them how to process that because I don't have their lived experiences. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, uh, so Shawn Mendes and I floating in the ether, and the music brought us back, man. The music brought us back, and there we were on stage. Sabrina Carpenter and Camila Cabello doing some kind of duet, but they were making their like voices resonate in a way that reached into the upper realms, reached into the outer realms, and grabbed me by the nuts, which was fine because then I had 2 arms free to take Shawn Mendes and pull him with me. Okay, back to the land of the living. And he said, "My God, I hope I never see you again, Silverhead." And I said, "I wish the feeling was mutual, Shawn Mendes." And that's when I had my big walk out of the city. You gotta watch out for cat-eyed turkeys.